Hey audiophile! Today I'll show you how to cheaply and easily build a power supply unit to connect a powerful car audio system in your home. This is a great way to move your car's stereo set inside during the winter period. If you follow the TechScrew YouTube channel, then you must have seen or fun with the big car subwoofers inside your home. After this video, you too will know how to make a power supply and learn how to connect it to the car audio set. So far we usually have used personal computer power supplies because they are left over from the old PCs after system upgrades, or you can just buy second-hand power supplies for cheap. But they have one big disadvantage. Since car audio runs on 12 to 14 volts, most PC power supplies don't have much amps or power at a 12 volt output. Of course, power supplies which provide 15 to 20 amps of current are more than enough for you to invite your neighbor to movie night without speaking to him. That's why PC power supply is an excellent solution for a first car subwoofer test at home. But if you want to dry your wet hair with a subwoofer or beat your neighbor in a bass competition, then this video is for you. Because after watching this, you'll have a power supply that will provide not 15 or 20 amps, but 50, 70 or even 100 amps. If you're ready, then let's go. I will teach you how to get some new friends with your big bass system. Open eBay and type server PSU in a search engine. Pick the best deal for you. But before you buy, make sure that you can find the pinout layout for that PSU, so that you know how to turn it on. Also, preferably it should have a fan. I bought one of these, an HP ATSN 750 or 59 amp power supply. You will also need a small on-off switch to make turning on a PSU more convenient and safer. I have already noted which contacts are plus and minus. I hope your power supply has a fan, because if you listen to music like crazy, then it will heat up. But before you continue, make sure you're at least 18 years old, because electrical injuries can turn this DIY into your last one, if you know what I mean. If you're not 18 years old or are just afraid, then ask someone for help, for example your grandpa. Once the power supply is unscrewed, put the cover back on and see where you can safely place the on-off switch without creating a short circuit. Mark the dimensions of the switch in the chosen location and cut a hole. I did this by drilling the holes and then using metal flies to fit the required size. Put the switch in the new hole and check if the switch does not interfere with anything and that the lid can be closed. I like the way it looks, just like on factory. Then find the two small wires that will be connected to the new switch. The switch needs to be connected to the two middle pins on the board and then the PSU will turn on. Remove the outer insulation of both wires so that you can tin them. This is necessary to make it easier to solder the wires to the board. Then tin both switch contacts and both ends of the wires. Then tin the PSU board contacts that need to be connected to turn the PSU on. These are different for each server power supply, so before buying one, check the internet for pin layout information for the power supply you're looking for. Then solder the two wires you prepared beforehand. Colors or direction don't matter here because it's just a normal on-off switch. Also tin the output voltage contacts to which you will connect your car audio. Solder the two wires to the switch. Wrap the wires so that they are not so loose, and then close the case. Then solder the terminals you prefer to the output contacts. There are different options. I chose these as they were just chilling in a drawer. Then solder the appropriate plugs to the power cables. Check that everything fits. The main thing is not to mix up the plus and minus, because then the power supply or your car audio will be damaged. That's why I've marked red everywhere, which is the plus pole. And that's it. Just connect the car audio and enjoy. You can check the video about how to connect a car stereo for house use with PSU video on TechScrew channel by clicking more from TechScrew. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to post them below this video. We'll also be delighted if you hit like and subscribe. Thank you and adios.